Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Arm Garage. So a couple of weeks ago we picked up this first gen 4Runner. It has a 3RZ swapped into it. It's super clean. We did a walk around on the channel, and today I'm excited to announce it is the official start of the build for this 4Runner. And the first thing that we're going to do is the interior. But before we hop into it, I really want to talk about what my plans are for this truck. This truck needs to be just as capable on-road as it is off-road. We need to be able to hop into this thing, go anywhere in the country, no questions asked, safely, reliably, and comfortably, but at the same time be able to tackle any trail that we take it on. I don't think it's too much to ask, but it should be fun to build it that way. Let's pull this thing into the garage and get started. Alright, so we got the 4Runner in the garage, and what I want to do is pull this carpet out, clean it, and check under it for any problem areas that might be rusted or anything like that. And eventually in the future what we're going to do is we're going to sound deaden the entire truck too. And another thing I want to do is get these panels out and see if I can restore them, because you can see they look really bad. So I'm thinking if I can get them out without breaking them and maybe put a fresh coat of paint on these things, they probably look really good. So let's get started on that. Oh, this seat has a broken pin. We're not going to be able to pull it down. I'm going to have to get a pair of pliers and pull this pin up. So the top of these seats have this little knob that you pull up, and it allows you to pull the seat down, and this one's broken. So you can see on this seat, when I pull this over here, it allows me to fold the seat down. This one doesn't have that knob. So we're going to have to pull this with a pair of pliers or something. Maybe I can open this window and get it from the side. There we go. Alright, so after I folded these seats down, I noticed that the carpet's actually held in by the seat belts. So you can see there's two 14mm bolts that hold the seat belts in, and it's the same thing for what's under this cushion as well. So I'm going to have to remove those seat belts before I can remove this carpet. You guys cannot see anything in there at all. Well guys, considering the sun goes down at 4 p.m., I'm probably gonna have to clip the video here and cut it back in tomorrow once the sun's back out. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, it's a new day and there's actually some light outside, so let's go ahead and get this carpet out of here. These are not the factory bolts. You see this like lock washer and the flat washer under it, and it's a size 11 metric, so definitely not the factory bolts. Alright, so we got the carpet out, and as you can see it's two different shades of gray. We're going to go ahead and try to clean up these carpets, but if I can't get them clean enough, we'll just go ahead and buy a new carpet kit. That's totally fine. Checking out the interior, I definitely want to replace this insulation and put new insulation in there, so I'll be taking this out for sure. Got a random jumper wire that I found back here, and this random green wire that's just kind of stripped and chilling there, but I have to figure out what that goes to. I don't want to just leave that wire there. We're going to take off these side panels as I mentioned before, and probably take out the roll bar as well, and then we'll start working on taking out the interior at the front of the truck. All right, we got the insulation out, so now we're gonna start working on taking out this roll bar and the carpet that's on the wheel wells. Yeah, this carpet's really gross. I might just buy a new carpet kit and just replace all of this. I don't know if I want to spend hours cleaning this when I could just spend like $300 and just get all new carpet for the whole truck. I'm pretty sure you have to take the top off to get this roll bar out, but at least we can kind of maneuver it now to more easily access these side panels. I'm a little bit worried because you can see that the side panel is already cracked in several places, so I don't really have high hopes on taking these out in one piece, but I guess we'll see what happens. That's not a good sound. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Alright, so I was able to get both of those panels out without breaking them. However, the driver's side, which is this one, is a lot more brittle than the passenger side. So I don't know if these are going to last. I honestly feel like if I barely touch this thing, it would snap into a million pieces. So I'm going to see if there's any companies like Toyota Fiberglass that might make aftermarket panels. If they're not too expensive, we might pick them up. If they're way too expensive, then I'll try to restore these, but that one is on the brink of death. So I'll try, but no guarantees. As for the interior, it's actually pretty clean in here. It's dirty, of course, but the wiring is pretty unmolested, and we still have the factory speakers in here. The only thing that I found that I'm gonna have to take a look at and fix is this. So I'm not sure what they're doing here, but I'm gonna have to pull out a wiring diagram and kind of figure out what they're trying to fix or bypass there. Other than that, just a quick cleanup, work on the sound deadening, put a new layer of insulation, clean the carpets or get new carpets, and then just put everything back together. I also just almost stepped on this. Pretty bad place to put it when your foot is right there. Moving on to the front of the truck, I ran into a little bit of an issue. As you can see, the seat cover is covered in water here, and under the seat cover it's actually soaked too, which is pretty gross. I had a smog report on the seat, which is now soaked and all of the ink's bleeding through it. And the actual floorboard itself is wet as well. This carpet is totally soaked under here. I'm a little bit worried there's gonna be some rust once we pull the carpet out. I guess we'll find out in a few minutes here. I'm not sure where the water's coming from. It could be the windshield, because you can see they did a pretty bad job sealing this windshield here. So I think I might just sit in the truck next time it rains and figure out where the water's coming from. But let's go ahead and take apart this interior and see if we find any rust. If this last bolt comes out and it's not stripped, this will be the first Toyota seat I've ever taken out of an older Toyota that's not stripped. Incredible. This seat does not slide forward, so I'm gonna have to figure out a way to make it slide forward. Alright, so we're making some progress. We just got the center console out, and as you can see, we have another wiring problem here. This green and yellow wire is cut, and we also have this red wire spliced in under this bundle of electrical tape that seems to run all the way to the rear of the truck, so probably something to fix that back window, if I had to assume. Definitely something we'll fix in the future. Let's go ahead and tear the rest of the carpet out and see what we're dealing with under the carpet. Well, we got the whole interior out. The whole front is removed, and all the interior in the rear is removed as well, besides the seats and those panels there, but we'll just leave them for now. The area that I was worried about earlier about being rusted is actually not rusted at all. There's no indicators of rust here, which I'm kind of surprised by because the floor is actually damp. As you can see, when I rub this, my hand gets all wet from it. So I'm pretty surprised there's no rust there. So we're going to go through this, clean it all up, clean up the whole rear section as well over here, lay down some sound deadening, and probably put new flooring in it as well, because when I took that carpet out, it was pretty disgusting. I don't know if I want to reuse it. I think I might just get new flooring for the whole truck, maybe vinyl. Let me know what you guys think. Should I use vinyl or should I use carpet? And then as for other things we're going to do, we're going to restore those side panels, these ones over here. So we're going to try to restore these side panels. and make those look good in the truck. Probably fix all these wiring issues. So as I said before, there's this weird stray wire right here, and then over here we have that wiring issue, and then so I have interior parts everywhere, and then over here we have this red wire that they're using to bypass something with the rear window, I think, and then of course this cut wire here. So we definitely have some wiring issues to fix, as well as just getting the whole rest of the interior tidied up. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video. Thank you for following along on the 4Runner build. As you saw, there's a ton of work to do, so there's going to be a lot more content to come. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel so you don't miss when I post these new videos. And if you don't mind, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. It really does help the channel grow. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace.